salmon eggs, raw salmon eggs, or like I said, that sour poi that had mold growing in it. We once had a drunk guy come knock on our door at 2 a.m. and he was a member of the church, but he was very less active, and he was singing hymns to us, and it was really just a strange experience. And then a few weeks later, we were tracting, and we tracked it into him. So out of the thousands of houses we could have tracked it into, we tracked it into him again. So that kind of freaked us out a little bit. But that was a funny and crazy experience. Seeing the atonement work in my life. Because you see it work in everybody else's life, but there was a point in my mission where I truly had a self-turnaround. And so it was so cool to see how the things that you're teaching people, they're actually real. Like, they apply to you. And even since coming back from my mission, applying to me continually. I think it has to do with obedience and love, both of the above. Love as in it's all about the love. There was an elder that always said that. He's like, I know it's cliche, but it's all about the love. It really is. As you open yourself up to love, miracles happen. And also obedience. At the beginning of my mission, I chose not to be the most obedient, and it's almost awe-striking to compare like my journal entries from the first 3 months of my mission to the last, because I am completely a different person. Not only because I grew through my mission, but I truly feel it was because of obedience that I was able to overcome a lot of my trials. So talking to people, random strangers, role-playing, those kinds of things, communication. There was a time at our mission where we would go bus stop contacting, and there was a huge busy area, and there was about 8 bus stops, and so we'd take laps. So we'd like go around to each bus stop and just use different approaches, and it's literally the most scariest thing of your life. But as I've opened myself up to talk to strangers, I can just tell I have a lot more like drive to talk to people, and it makes your life much more interesting. We had a couple tropical storm mornings where we had to stay in all day, and the members loaded us up with a lot of food. So we did have a couple of tropical storm. There was a lava flow incident. One of the volcanoes exploded and houses were endangered, as well as a snowstorm. So there's a variety of things you would not expect this palm tree, white sand beach, Hawaii to experience, but yeah. I think it was always seeing people who you knew had a testimony choose to reject the gospel. Especially in my last area, there was a lot of anti-Mormon literature. Just for some reason, that area, a member of the bishopric had been affected by it, and several people we were teaching. One of our converts actually never was confirmed because of the same kind of things. And so it literally breaks your heart, teaching these people, like going through all these struggles and then watching them. You want them to not have to use their agency. You just want to make them do it, but agency, just seeing people use their agency to deny the gospel is just heart-wrenching. So I would know the scriptures a lot more and preach my gospel. I definitely wasn't prepared. And in the MTC, I just felt like I was a primary kid in elders quorum or something. I don't know. I was so low at that point. And just getting used to studying, knowing how to study, because the first probably 6 months of my mission, I wasted all of that time because I was just I'm going to read the Book of Mormon, and you miss out all the important things the Lord wants you to hear. So just the study habits and really knowing the scriptures, the Bible especially. I think growing up in the church, a lot of people, they don't know the Bible as well, and people will grill you. You get the Bible bashers every once in a while, but just to know more about the Bible too, to help explain the Book of Mormon in a very Christian community is very helpful. Sticking with it, keep on going to church, reading your scriptures, going to the temple. I've seen a lot of miracles in my life because I've tried to attend the temple regularly. It's really easy when you get home off that spiritual high to just kind of slide off. And I know that there's so many people that say that, but I think one of the things that helped me the most is get home and get busy. Like, don't sit around. I came home and it was Christmas time, and a week later I was in school. I had my job. I was doing athletics. And so as far as for that adjustment that people talk about, I really didn't have too much of an issue. But I feel that my other companions or people I served with who are home, just hanging with the family, not working, doing those things, they have a harder time adjusting. So